Hey, hi guys, good evening. Good evening. Hi, good evening, and warm welcome to all of you. Trust everybody is doing good and holding your nerves with 2 days to CAT 21. I'm sure you all should be a little anxious like I am, and I hope that we are all able to hold our nerves strong. Yes, let's continue. Maybe today is one last day when we'll do academics before the CAT, and let's try and see if we can squeeze in some agenda for tomorrow. Meanwhile, let me quickly introduce myself before we do this last mile on arithmetic, geometry, and a little bit of algebra, etc. So I'm Belvi Srinivas. I've been working in the test prep industry for the last 14 odd years, that is since 2007. And yes, I did work in various capacities with different organizations, as you see on this particular deck. Yes, I worked both towards the management, that is the managing of the courses, the product, and also on the training side, training both the trainers as well as the students. So over a period of time, those 11, 14, 15 years, I did develop some good skills to train the students in the area of QA, DI, and PLR. Yeah, that's a little bit about me. Yes, I'm a good counselor as well. So though from end to end of your journey, that's on the career counseling side of it. And your CAT preparation, selection of B schools. Yeah, these are a little bit of my strengths. If there is in addition to academics. Yeah, how do you interface with me? You can join this particular Telegram group. And if you have short concerns or the queries or some issues that you can post out here, not only there are quite a few handful of active students. They'll also try and help you out. I will also try and help you out as much as I could on this particular Telegram group. That's how we can work together on this. And before we start with the lecture, let me quickly brief you about the course about the subscription plans that are available with Unacademy and the new courses that they are planning to launch. That's come tomorrow. So there is a new NMAT batch which is getting launched. You may wonder why just before the CAT. That probably if there may be some of you who may be afraid of CAT and doesn't want to take a look at the CAT. Maybe this is one opportunity. You can start off with your course. Otherwise, you can start after CAT. And yes, there is CAT. If there is anyone here for CAT 22, there is a batch launch tomorrow, and also there is a batch launch which happened just on 24th. That's also CAT 22. You may wonder why there are so many CAT batches here. So and why batches start for CAT once in every week or sometimes 2 batches in a particular week. For a simple reason that yes, there are these different educators plan the curriculum in a different fashion. Some of them plan for the students, so where the quant is at level 1. Some of them plan the batch where the quant starts at level 2. Some of them start with foundation level. Some of the batches could be at the intermediate level. So based on your own requirements, if you are particularly good in quant, start at the intermediate level, right? If you are good in RC, start at the intermediate level. Not so good in RC, start at the foundation level, and so on. So how do you understand this? So before every course, there would be a short video that the educator would have published there. So if you look at that, so they will tell you what is the objectives and the outcomes of that particular course. That's how you kind of understand that whether you would like to follow a particular batch or not. Yeah, so how do you make yourself eligible for this? So this is you have different subscription plans on Unacademy platform from 3 months to 6 months to 12 months to year and a half, all that. Yes, these are the subscription, these are the plan charges. And yes, on all of these plans, you get 10% discount whenever you use any of the educator code, including my code, which is Belvi 100. Belvi 100 doesn't mean all right, you will get 100% discount, yet you get 10% discount on all the subscription charges. This may cost you about 15,000. This may cost you about 20,000 in year plan. So we all know percentage calculation. We can do 10% discount to understand what it becomes. But my preference is not a plus course. Plus is of course all these structured courses. My preference has always been iconic course, for a simple reason that in iconic course you will get one-to-one interaction with the mentor or educator of your choice. For example, if you are taking a subscription plan for 6 months on iconic, you will get 25 one-to-one interactions. So who has to set up these interactions? You can set up the interactions and you can set up the agenda for interaction. It could be your doubts, it could be the concepts, it could be the profile building, it could be certain issues that with respect to your preparation plan. You can open that Excel, you can share that Excel and say that hey, this is what looks like my plan and these are my SWOT. Based on this, I made this monthly plan or weekly plan. So all of this, your interview questions, all of this. So when I say 25 one-to-one in 6 months time, it also implies that you will get On an average, it is like one-to-one per week, which is technically very, very good. Similarly, you'll get 50 one-to-ones here and 100 one-to-ones here. On these subscription plans as well, you'll get 10% discount on these subscription plans whenever you use a educator code. All right, likewise, but as of now, at the moment, there seems to be 40% more one-to-ones available. That's, as I said, that in a 6 months plan, you get 25 one-to-ones. However, there is a limited edition offer, so on which you get 35 one-to-one, which is 40% more than what it is expected. Similarly, on a 12-month plan, it's supposed to be 50, but you get 70 one-to-ones, which you can avail again, which is 40% more than what it is generally, right? Yeah, so therefore, this is limited edition offer, and there is an early bird offer for CAT 22 students. If you are going for a 12-month plan or 18-month plan and 24 months plan, it is not 10% discount. You get additional extra 10% discount, which makes it 20% discount on the subscription plans on the plus that I spoke about some time back. Right, that brings us to the end of the announcements briefly. And if anybody is here for CAT 21, so CAT 22, you can drop off at this point in time, because I'm doing a little bit of reflective learning. 2 days to CAT 21. This particular lecture is technically aimed at the students appearing for CAT 21. So certainly, yes, I will see you guys for CAT 22 from the week after. Yeah, meanwhile, so those who are here for CAT 22, yeah, you want to just sit and witness? Certainly, yes, but how much sense it makes, I'm not sure. But anybody for CAT 21, yes, certainly it makes quite a bit of sense. Or at CAT 21, yeah. So this lecture is technically designed for CAT 21. So those who are regularly following it, yeah, you are most welcome to follow this. Before we get started, can somebody give me a quick sense of who are all here in the meeting? It would be nice if I get to know who are all here in the meeting, so you can just exchange greetings at this point in time. You can exchange greetings and then we can proceed with the lecture. Yep. Okay, Vibha is here, Rishabh is here. Hi Vibha, hi Rishabh, and may I know anybody else in the meeting here? Okay. Good evening, Preet, Sagar. All right. All right, guys, keep your book ready, keep your pen ready. Let's get started. Keep your book, keep your pen ready. Maybe all right, I will give some reflection time. Let's try and see all this again. Trying to keep that in mind. It's all the questions are at the level 2, right? Generally, most of them are at the kind of level 2, what we call them. Yes, of course, we are trying to make some revision by taking some of those examples, so which kind of like everybody should kind of know, right? Pretty standardized kind of questions, but they're at the kind of level 2. Keep your book, keep your pen ready. Let's get started with this. So here comes the very first question. Here comes the first question on time, speed, and distance. I will give, because of the cold start problem, I will give you about 2 minutes. Keep your book, keep your pen, think about it. How do you go about this particular CAT question? All of them are CAT replica questions, what I'm taking here, with some information here and there changed. Yeah, go ahead. Let's take a look at this particular CAT question. Okay. All right, guys, let's do this together. No worries. It's a very different kind of question, but then, yes, one of the important logics. It's a different kind of question. Nevertheless, it's an important logic. Let me ask you a question. Who is faster? Is Rajan faster? Forget this question. First, quickly tell me who is faster? Is Rajan faster or is Sachin faster? Try and read this question and let me know who is faster between these two folks. Who is faster between these two folks? Just give me a quick understanding on this. Forget this question. Rest of the data you leave it. Read the question and tell me between Rajan and Sachin, who is the faster guy? Who is the faster guy? Who is faster between two? Okay. Who is faster between two? Right, very good. Sagar and Rishabh and Preet says that Sachin is faster. Absolutely, very good. Yeah, Sachin is faster. Hey, why Sachin is faster? Why? For a simple reason that Rajan started at 7, whereas Sachin started at 9:24, which means the gap is here more than 2 hours. The gap is more than 2 hours, right? On the other hand, the final gap between them is how much? 66 minutes. So naturally, on the face of it, you may say that, sir, 2 hours 24 minutes. Okay, while you read the question, you kind of noticed that, okay, although Sachin started after 2 hours, that is 2 hours 24 minutes after Rajan started, the gap finally when both of them reached their destination was only 66 minutes. I will tell you how to work on this particular question because technically most of us apply the relative speed, this, that, all that particular stuff, correct? So there is a bit of algebra which comes in here and it's a different kind of question. There is a standard approach. This is one of the approaches you should have done in the mocks, etc., etc., and 2-3 times it would have come in the mock out of your time, speed, distance. Yeah, at least 2 times they will give because this is one of the kind of logic solid which is kind of important there. Let's take a look at this particular question. What we do on such particular question is first, okay, as usual, now it's not very different as such. Let's say, okay, here is the town X. Here is the town Y. Rajan started here and Sachin started here. At what time did they start? One fellow started at 7, the other fellow started at 9:24, right? Yeah, and they met somewhere here at 10:36. Let's say that meeting point is M. The M is 10:36. 10:36 is when they met there. Fine. So before this, what happened? When Sachin started, where was Rajan? Maybe somewhere here. Rajan may be somewhere here. When Sachin started, the Rajan may be somewhere here. Let us call this particular point as Z. Let us call this particular point as Z. Where was Rajan? Rajan might be somewhere here. Okay. When Rajan reached somewhere there, what was the time? The time was 9:24. That is when the relative speed came in the picture. Now look at this. So best way, rather than 2 variable, what I'm trying to say is 2 variable approach. So one way people start is what? Let the speed of Rajan be X R or let the speed of Sachin be S. That's okay. I told you already in one of the questions. I remember that Keval or somebody was asking me. I showed you that I take one on one side and proceed. That is the easier way to do this because that's a better way to do this. What I meant here is this: let the speed of Rajan be 1. Let the speed of Rajan be 1 unit. Then the speed of Sachin is naturally greater than 1. I will associate some number there. So let the speed of Sachin be S units. See, why you are taking the speed of Rajan as 1? Yeah, that gives me the ratio. That gives me the ratio of the speeds. Ultimately, this question is to do with time. Therefore, it is nothing to do with the speeds because there is no distance there. Ratio of the speeds is what is important. See, that is seeing what is involved in this question. In this question, distance is not involved. In this question, the speed is not involved. Therefore, what is involved? The ratio of speed is involved. Ratio of speed can be written as R by S also. Hey, what if I call R as 1? Then this would have become S by R. I'm saying that I call S by R as S itself if you take this as 1, right? So, okay, that's a point I'm trying to make it out here. Call Rajan as 1. The slower person associated to 1. Therefore, S will be greater than 1. So, S is greater than 1. Okay, that is the point you are trying to make. Now, listen to this very carefully. Let's see that, hey, what are the distances in terms of X, the time taken by both R and Y. I'll do 2 things. Distance I will write. I will also write the time. Listen to this very, very carefully here. Yeah, what is that I'm trying to measure? Distance between XZ, distance between ZM here, distance between XZ, ZM and MY. ZM and MY. To explain it takes time. If you are doing it on your own, it doesn't take time. Don't worry, right? Okay, so now this is the distances as well as the time I will write. This chart I will write for time. Distance I will write on the diagram itself. I can write both of them here, but I will write on the diagram itself. Okay, what is this particular distance? This particular distance is kilometer per hour. If I am writing it here, how many hours he is taking? He is taking 2.4 hours. 2.4 hours with the speed of 1 unit. With the speed of 1 unit, because speed of Rajan is how much? 1 unit. Therefore, the distance is 2.4. And how much time did Rajan take to travel this particular distance? 2.4 hours. Because I said that this chart is for time. I will write the time there. Why time? I will come to it. You will understand that. You will, if you are not able to foresee what I am trying to do, you will see it in a while. Okay, the distance is 2.4. What is 2.4? The difference is 2.4 hours. 2 hours 24 minutes is 2.4 hours. So 2.4 hours at the rate of 1 kilometer per hour, because you assumed that let the Rajan speed be 1. Okay, that is the distance. Coming to the second part, from here till here, what is the distance? What is the time here? 1 hour 12 minutes. That is nothing but 1.2 hours at the rate of, because who is traveling? Still Rajan is traveling. 1.2 into 1, that is the distance. How much time did Rajan take to travel this distance? 1.2 hours. Fair enough. Okay, what is this particular distance? This particular distance is again 9:24 to 10:26, again 1.2 hours at the rate of S, because who traveled this particular distance? Sachin traveled this particular distance. Fair enough, because how much time Rajan took to travel this? I have no idea, right? Therefore, you say that this is going to be from the Sachin's perspective. From the Sachin's perspective, Sachin took 1.2 hours. Okay, guys, give a quick confirmation. Actually, the game is technically over by the time you write this. You understood this 2.4, 1.2 and 1.2 as the distances, 1.2s. And why did I write 2.4, 1.2 and 1.2? Are you clear with what I wrote data so far? This is the time chart. And this is the distance chart. Both distances and time, whatever I could quickly understand, I put it here. Are you clear with this? Are you clear with this? Yeah. Are you clear with this? Okay. Quickly, proceed. Tell me, are you clear with what I wrote so far? Okay. Nice. Okay. Don't worry, I will take little time to explain, because I want you to understand clearly. When you are replicating it, it hardly takes any time. To write 1.2, 2.4, it will not take time. It will take time provided you fail to understand what is happening in the question. Yeah, fair enough. Now, having said this, now listen to me clearly. Having done this, now where is R? R is here. Okay, now they met. R is here. How much time R takes to reach this particular place? How much time R takes to reach this particular place? Simple. R takes to reach this particular place 1.2s divided by 1. Why 1.2s divided by 1? This is the distance. 1.2s is the distance and the time taken is 1. Therefore, how much time R is taking, or after meeting, how much time R is taking to go from M to Y? Very simple. R is taking, so this number is very important to me, the time taken by R. Time taken by R to reach M to Y, the meeting point to Y, is nothing but 1.2s divided by 1. Technically 1.2 only. For clarity, I am writing 1.2s by 1. Okay, so nothing but 1.2s, right? How much time S will take to go from here till here? Simple. What is the distance, man? 1.2 and 2.4. Time taken by S to go from M to X. The total distance, because anyway it's the same, 1.2 and 2.4 together 3.6 at the speed of S. This is what has happened. What is the difference between time taken by R and time taken by S, right? Yeah, time taken by S minus time taken by R is equal to 66. Who said this on earth? Author only said this 66 minutes before Sachin. After meeting, he took 66 minutes before. What do you mean by 66 minutes? 66 minutes is 1.1 hours. Why are you writing in hours? Because these times are in terms of hours. Therefore, you are writing this also in terms of hours. Substitute and solve, you will get the answer. What is TS? 1.2s. 1.2s minus 3.6 by, TS is the other way around, 3.6 by S minus 1.2s is also equal to 1.1. It's a quadratic. We can solve this in the sense, say this is 36 by S minus 12s is also equal to 11. Multiply throughout by S, you will get this as 36 minus 12s square is equal to 11s. In other words, 12s square plus 11s minus 36 is also equal to 0, right? Yeah, so what is that factors that we have it here? 9 into 3, that is 27. 4 into 4, 26. There are 27 and 26, sorry, 16. Therefore, this becomes minus, this becomes plus, this by 12 and this by 12. These are the roots. I just wrote the roots. All of we know how to find the roots there. All of these are the roots here. So, and hence you are saying that this cannot be the time taken. The time taken should be 4 by 3. All right. Therefore, you are saying that the value of s, the speed should be 4 by 3. Now go back to this. Now let's go back to this. What is the question being asked? At what time did Rajan reach the town Y? So now you come back here, substitute the value 1.2 times of, what is the value of S there? The value of S is nothing but 4 by 3. Apply it out here, which is 4 divided by 3. When you solve this, you will get this as 1.6 hours. 1.6 hours is nothing but 1 hour 36 minutes. Add 1 hour 36 minutes to the given meeting time. What is the meeting time? 10:36 to 10:36. If I add 1 hour 36 minutes, the time becomes fancy number 12:12. That is the time. 12:12 becomes the time out here. Okay, now to do these kind of questions in the exam or not is a different issue. Now all it this can be simplified. Simplified in the sense the question difficulty level can be simplified. But the point here is what? We are all masters of when they meet for the first time. We know that this fellow takes this much time, this fellow takes this much time. If they break it further means what? Hey, they will not reach at the same time. After they meet, somebody takes some time more than this. However, both of them would have started at the same time. What is one kind of question that we did? They both start at the same time. They both start at the same time, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. They meet at a point. After meeting, one fellow takes so much time, one fellow takes so much time. That is one type of question. Here what happens? Of course, there is a relative speed, but speed we will not talk about in this particular question. They start at different time and they reach at different time. What is this question? How do you understand that? This is how we solve these kind of questions. Starting time is different, reaching time is different. Only starting times are mentioned, reaching times are mentioned. Then how to solve these kind of questions? This is how you solve these kind of questions. Is it making some sense to you? Clear about this? Clear about this? Yeah. Did it make some sense here? Everybody. Starting times are different, reaching times are different. This is how you solve such questions. When the starting time is different, reaching time is different, you solve questions like this. It depends whether to do it or not, how quick you are, how comfortable you are. Numbers can be even more convenient. The fractions could have been avoided. What I did in this question is I brought in the fractions 2.4, 1.2. Fractions were avoided in the actual CAT questions. Therefore, it was easier. Therefore, it was little easier to complicate it, to challenge little bit about ourselves. I brought in the fractions. That is the difference between the actual CAT questions and what I made the change. Comfortable, friends? Everybody clear on this? Everybody clear about this? Fractions were avoided. I brought in the fractions deliberately. That's the only difference between these questions. The moment fractions are not there, your efficiency would be much more higher. Got this? How to remember this? Did you get this? Was it too deep? Because of the fractions, it would have looked a little bit of a mess. Had it been only integers, would have been easier. Yes, in the CAT questions, they were all integers. I just brought in the fractions. Got it? Got it? Could you guys quickly understand, quickly put the perspective here? You understood what is this model? Yeah. Starting time different, reaching time different. This is how you go about it. Yes, these questions are pretty much solvable in CAT because they use the integral values or something. That's it. I just changed it. To change, I took a lot of effort. Yeah. Good. Good. Okay. All right. So we'll come back to this. Don't panic. So here you do your favorite question, time and work. Yes, Rasul, that is what I was telling. This is the second time I'm doing this. All right, I did this in the last week or the last week before. I said that 1 is to k or 1 is to n. That is how you should take the ratios to simplify the problems and make it faster. That's very important technique. It's an important technique. Don't take unnecessary variables, a, b. You don't need two variables because they all boil down to quadratic. That's what you need to understand. Okay, nevertheless, come back to your favorite question. Time and work. Crack it, guys. That also gets going some confidence. Don't worry. First question, if you felt deeper because of the fractions being used, don't panic. Don't panic. Crack this. I'm giving sufficient time. Crack it. Simple question. Yeah. All right, do it with me. Very important CAT model. You would have seen in the previous year questions so many times this kind of questions have come in CAT, ZAT, IIFT, whatever the lessons that you would have taken, so many times it would have come. And I have done two questions like this in the past, right? As a part of our time and work questions, I did it twice. Two such questions I've solved in the past somewhere already. So let's try this. The three men and same variety, same type. I'm not saying exact question. Two previous CAT questions I have done in the past, and this is another one, right? So therefore, let's take a look at this. 3 men and 5 women can together, one of the important models, 5 women together can complete a project in 3 days. All right. Okay. So let's say that, hey, capacity of each man, capacity, that is efficiency of each man. Let the efficiency of each man be X. Let the efficiency of each woman be Y. Doesn't matter. You want to write X, Y or A, B. Doesn't matter what you want to write. Let the efficiency of each woman be Y. All right. So let's, or you want to write it man as M and women as W. I'm fine with it. Okay. These are the efficiencies. Working on the, he said that, okay, therefore the project got completed in 3 days. What does it mean to us? Work. Because efficiency and work are two important parameters for us. We will start on the same note. No doubt about it. What is the work therefore? The work is 3 times of M plus W. What is 3 times of M plus W? This is the combined efficiency of man and women, and they have to work for 3 days to complete this work. Okay, efficiency is ready, work is ready. Now let's go through the detailings of the problem. So therefore, what is the problem trying to detail? 3 women take 5 days more than the time required by 2 men. Assume that, okay, time required by 2 men. So what is the work? Same work, I can write it like this. From the men perspective, so from the men perspective, 2 men implies that, hey, 2m is the contribution per day. 2m is the contribution per day. Let's say how many days they are taking. They are taking d days. I'm assuming that the time is in terms of, this is in terms of days. Let's say that they will take d days to complete this particular job, right? Okay. So therefore, what does the work, same work from the women's perspective I'm writing, same work I'm writing from women's perspective. 3 women would take 5 days more. All right. 3 women, every woman contributes W units per day. 3 women would be contributing 3 W units per day, but they are taking 5 days more. You said that the men are going to take D days, therefore the women are going to take D plus 5 days. Problem is actually over. You got these 3 points, my friend. Work can be defined in 3 ways. Is that clear to you, everyone? Is that clear to you? I made 2 assumptions. What is that? Efficiencies and work. That's important. After that, I went on to write the work in different parameters. Comfortable, everyone? So far it is clear, because actually problem is over. If you are clear till here, the problem is over. Problem is over. Yes, no, guys. Quickly, why you are taking so much time? If there is a lag, quickly come down, press on the live button and stay tuned with me. Yeah. Other than Rishav and Viba, is it so difficult? You are not able to understand some simple questions. We did 2 questions already in the past, something like this. An important model. It's an important model. Don't be happy by solving only level 1 questions. Right? Yeah, because level 2 also we get. Why not 3M and 5W? What is 3M and 5W? Sagar, what is that 3M and 5W? What is the 3M and 5W? I didn't understand. What is the 3M and 5W? Where is that 5W coming from? Oh, okay. You're right. 3 men. Oh, okay. You are saying that I made a mistake. Yeah. Comfortable. Yeah. 3 days of. Correct, Sagar. 3 men and 5 women. Thank you. Yeah, that's a work. Perfect. Yeah, okay. I thought that I wrote it right. Makes sense. That is the work. Correct. Okay, if you are taking time to put that to perspective, that's right. That is right. Yeah, 3 days, that's a days. And the efficiencies are 3 men and 5 women. Thank you for that. That's right. Okay, coming back. All right, now we are ready. So what you do, hey, solve these two. What? To get rid of D. All right, I don't want D. Let's get rid of D in the sense like express in terms of D. When I solve these two, you understand that, or do you understand? You understand already when you solve D. I don't want D here. That's nothing but D times of 2M is also equal to 9M plus 15W. All right, so therefore D is equal to, by solving these two, D is equal to 9 by 2M I'm divided gone, so therefore you say that here it is 15 by 2 times of W by M. What did I do by doing this? I said that hey, I'm writing in terms of D. All right, so that is fine. So what about this? All right, let's say what about these two premises? So I will apply what about these two premises? I'll apply this with this because I want to get rid of I want to get rid of D from here, so I want to write in terms of D. So and hence you say that hey, let's write this. You say 9M plus 15W is also equal to 3DW plus 15W. Okay, 15W cancel. From here again you get the value of D is equal to, this is 3 times. You say that hey, this is going to be 3 times of M by W. Okay, you have two definitions of D. This is one definition of D and this is the second definition of D. Equate both the definitions. By equating both the definitions, you are trying to say 9 by 2 plus 15 by 2 times of W by M is also equal to 3 times of M divided by W. Let me put, what is that I wanted? I wanted the value of W by M. W by M is nothing but X. Let me call W by M is equal to X, because X is what I need to write in terms of percentage. Efficiency of each woman is what percentage of efficiency of each man means what. W by M is all I want, so it becomes a quadratic. Substitute this 9 by 2. Okay, let me simplify this. So let me simplify and multiply by 2 also at the same time. If I simplify and multiply by 2 at the same time, this becomes 3. So this becomes 3. Now this becomes 5 because I'm multiplying by 2 also, and I'm writing this as X. On the other side, you are got 3 is gone, but the 2 has come in the picture. This will become, this will become 2 divided by X. This is the quadratic I am talking about. What did I do? I simplified, which means I divided by 3 throughout, but I multiplied by 2x on both the sides. All right, now so therefore this is how it looks like. What is X? W by M is equal to X, therefore M by W will become 1 by X. All right, simplify this, so thereby it becomes that multiply throughout by X. 3x plus 5x square is also equal to 2. In other words, you are trying to solve this. It is nothing but 5x square minus 5x square plus 3x minus 2 is also equal to 0. So resolve this. 5 2 times 10. So therefore you are trying to say that hey, this is 5 2 times 10 is nothing but 5 minus 5 and minus 5 plus 2 divided by 5 and 5. So work, it cannot be negative, the ratio cannot be negative, therefore the ratio has to be positive. 2 by 5 is my answer. 2 by 5 is nothing but 40%. What is 2 by 5? X. What do you mean by X? W divided by M. I got the answer in the fraction form, but what I wanted is the percentage form, which is straight away directly 40%. Understood this? Hey, you get quadratics for sure. Understand that in time, speed, distance, you very often get the quadratic. Don't think that you will have some some level 1 questions every time where there is no quadratic etc involved, because sometimes you wonder that there are no direct questions on quadratic. Not required. It has been already tested in arithmetic. It has already been tested in arithmetic. Therefore they feel that it is not required at all to test quadratic equation directly. Doesn't make sense to them unless there is something that they are trying to press upon. Hey, does it make sense here? Does this make sense here? This is the third question I was doing similar to this. Earlier also we did something similar to this. Right? Time and work squeezed in with the quadratic. Always have this orientation at the back of your mind that, hey, it is not linear every time. It is not linear every time. Right? Yeah, more often it could be linear, but remember that CAT has the penchant. Already they keep giving the questions where quadratic becomes pretty much a part of time, speed, distance, and quadratic becomes pretty much a part of time and work. That's a problem. A lot of people very good in time and work, very good in time, speed, distance. You bring quadratic element, they will leave that question. So what is the point? I am very good in arithmetic, but the point is the moment you bring little bit of algebra into arithmetic, they won't do that particular question. That should not be the case. Always have that, hey, there is an element of algebra, basic algebra, which comes in arithmetic, no doubt about it. You will definitely have such questions. You do them or not, you like them or not, it comes there. All right, so on this note, are we good to go to the next one? Any questions here, anybody? Any questions? Okay, I'm taking sufficient time to explain so that all it panic button is not pressed. I'm spending sufficient time. So because to write this piece of information, 2.5 minutes is enough for you. 2.5 minutes is enough. Look at this. This is a piece of information and there is a overwriting here. In what I wrote, there is a overwriting. You don't have to write as much as I'm writing. Okay, shall we go further? Yeah. Guys, only Rishabh Sagar and Rasool Preet. Others, what is happening? Are we all good? Are we all good? Yeah. Okay, let me not press you too hard in that case. Let me give you a beautiful question. Then based on your mood, I will come to some other question. I wanted to teach one important concept. Not sure how many of you are aware. Yeah, but then I will come to that later. Okay, simple geometry question. Go ahead. Geometry question. Typical CAT replica. Yeah, just like you took some time on time and work and you answered, this also may require some time, but you will be able to answer. Trust my words, you will be able to answer. Beautiful diagram. Popular concepts are involved. Okay, this might take some time to complete. Yeah. So because unless you are quickly applying it and getting it, and there is a little bit of calculation at the end, sure, no doubt about it, do it with me, no worries. Let's first understand what are the concepts being involved in this. That's more important for us, right? What is more important? What are the different concepts that are involved here? One, all right, on the face of it, the moment you see this particular question, all right, the first thing that is involved is you have basic proportionality theorem. This length is given to me as 3 units. These are the midpoints. Midpoint theorem also you can call it. I'm fine with it because these are the midpoints. X and Y are the mid. I'm not saying that is the starting point. I'm quickly telling that what are the things that are being involved. X and Y are the midpoints of the sides, all right, given NM and NQ respectively. It should be a little other way around there. So it doesn't matter. Okay, these are the midpoints, and then the value of XY is nothing but 3 centimeters. Take that as the midpoint. Therefore, you know that MQ is equal to 6. What is this midpoint theorem? If the midpoints connect 3, therefore you know that this particular length is going to be 6. Fair enough. If that particular length is going to be 6, QM is nothing but 3/4 of QP. Therefore, what is the QP there? QP is going to be 8 units. From here till here, it is going to be 8 units. So therefore, I quickly know one side of the rectangle. One side of the rectangle is QP. I should know this so that I'll be able to find the diagonal. If I know both the sides of the rectangle, I'll be able to find the measure of the diagonal, right? Because what he wanted, what he wanted is nothing but the diagonal of this particular, one. What is QS? QS is nothing but the diagonal. I'll get the diagonal provided I quickly get the other side. Okay, first concept is clear. I use the midpoint theorem. There was 3. I got 6. Total measurement is 8, which was important to me. So far good. Quick. One part is clear. Quickly, my friends. I will come to it. Now, where is the difficult part? I will come to it. But so far it is clear. Yep. Quickly answer this. Follow me. All right, now you don't try to work now alongside me. Just follow me here. Yeah, follow me. Let's finish this so that we'll get time for other questions. Yeah, good. So therefore, I got one measurement. That is done. Now look at the second side of it. All right, the other side of it. The author said that, man, this is 45 degrees, right? Angle RNM is equal to 45 degrees. Good. Therefore, alternate angle, this is also 45. And focus on this particular triangle. You may wonder why that triangle? Why not, right? Now focus on this particular triangle. Which one? This one. Focus on this particular triangle. This particular triangle is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. This is 45. And this is 90. Therefore, this particular triangle is a 45, 45, 90 triangle, which means the measurement of, so let me call this particular point as M, some point M. The measurement of MQ is also 6 centimeters. Why? Because it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Or if you really want to find the other one, you can write this as 6√2. I am so interested or not, that's a later issue. But the point is MQ is equal to another 6 centimeters. Very good. I got this. MQ is equal to 6 centimeters. That's another one. So because I said that in one question, I'm trying to revise all of them. Midpoint theorem we talked about, then we talked about 45, 45, 90 triangle. All right, therefore I got some other piece of it, which means now idea is to find this particular piece, because if I get that particular piece, I get the complete length, because I got one length as 6, piece of that particular length. Let me call it as X. Idea is, let me call it as some other number, X, Y, Z, whatever you want to call it. Let me call it as K. Idea is I need to find that K. If I find that K, this length is nothing but 6 plus K. This whole length is going to be 6 plus K. How do I find? I could directly see the similar triangles. I can find similar triangles. You may wonder from where you are finding these similar triangles. All right, here this is 45, 45, 45, 90. Look at this particular triangle. This is also 45. This is a 45, 45, 90. Which are the two triangles I'm talking similar? M. Okay, M is already there. Let me call this point as P. P is already there. Let me call this point as A. Let me call this as A. Okay, what is that similar triangle? AMQ is similar to AMQ. Triangle AMQ is similar to which other triangle? So other triangle I'm talking is this. Hey, there is a N here, there is R here, there is A here. Okay, that is ANR. What are the angles? The angles are 45, 45, 90. Now these are the two similar triangles. So therefore, if you call that as K, this particular length is going to be K root 2. Which length I'm talking about? AN length is going to be K root 2. Okay, did you reach this K root 2? The value of AN is equal to K root 2. Without similar triangles also you might have reached. Is that fine? You reached that value called K root 2. Clear there? Okay, this was not required. Trivial. Yeah, I thought like that. Quickly, I thought like that. But that is not required. The moment you assume it as K, the job is done, because it's a 45, 45, 90. What big deal calling that as that? So all I am trying to say is, let me assume this as K. This length becomes K root 2. Which length? AN is equal to K root 2, because this is also because the triangle ARN is also a 45, 45, 90 triangle. You reached that K root 2. You reached the square root 2. Now let me tell you, I told you that guys, sine rule and cosine rule using sine theta, cos theta, tan theta is very important in CAT. Trust me, a lot of people don't apply that, therefore they keep unnecessarily struggling, because that is somewhere in the far-fetched mind of their thought. They don't talk about sine, they don't talk about cos, they don't talk about tan. How does that work? 10th standard has sine, cos, tan, all these functions, right? I'm not asking the inverse trigonometric functions, etc. Of course there were questions on inverse trigonometric functions in CAT. Of course there were. Right now, ask anybody who has written 2013. In one slot there were four inverse trigonometric functions, right? Inverse trigonometry came 4 times there, right? Yeah. So okay, so now let's come back to this. Now what is that I'm trying to say here? Hey, take a look at this. Take a look at this triangle. Which triangle? Take a look at the triangle ANQ. Take a look at the triangle ANQ. So in which this particular angle, listen to me very carefully, this particular angle is 135 degrees. This measurement is also given to me. What is this particular measurement? This is under root of 116. This particular measurement is under root of 116. So that is one way to solve it. The other way to solve it is what? Hey, this I can call it as k. I can call this as k. This is k plus 6. And I know this particular value is under root of 116. That is another way to look at this. Either ways it is fine. If sine cos come to your mind, you can work with sine cos. Otherwise, already you can say that, man, this is k square. One side is square. Other side of the leg is k plus 6 whole square, which is also equal to under root of 116. Quickly resolve this. You will get the value of k is equal to 10. It's a pretty standard number. Yeah, you will get the value of k is equal to 4. You get the value of k is equal to 4. Substitute this, thereby you will get this particular side as 10. Right? You can use the Pythagorean theorem as well, or sine cos also as well. So either way, whichever way that is comfortable to you. My point is, you can think in multiple ways to get over this particular problem. You look at this, you have a Pythagorean theorem, you had a 45 90 triangle, you had the midpoint theorem in this. You can use sine cos also. If you look at this particular triangle, many reflex actions can be followed. You get the value, and hence you say that your final answer is going to be under root of 164. Not at all a difficult question. Think about the amount of work that we have done to reach this number 8. It hardly takes few seconds after reading the problem, right? Once you get that, to understand this was a 45 90 triangle, your reflex action should be good, therefore you get this particular piece. And then again you spot another 45 90 triangle on the top. So from there you can use the Pythagorean theorem, or you can use the sine or cosine rule, and you can get over this particular problem. Making sense? Everybody clear about this? Everybody clear about this? Not a difficult problem. Multiple concepts do come in the questions. Please remember, don't try to, it's not about 1, 2 kind of concepts. 1, 2, 3, many concepts come in the same questions. Yeah, made sense? Good to go further? Yep. Hey, very simple questions, right? Yeah, I just thought that I will talk a little bit about the similarity, that stuff. That's it. Yeah. Okay, now let me lighten it. Everybody should get the answer within 2 minutes. Okay, let me lighten your mood. Some of you might be pretty serious by now, thinking what's happening. Yeah, let me lighten your mood. I kept one question to lighten your mood. Work it out, guys. Easiest question. Easiest on our sheet. Standard question. Gold standard. Work this gold standard CAT question. You can't expect easier than this. Yeah. All right. So I gave about 2 minutes. Let me also wait for 20 more seconds because it's you got to be cool and be thinking about this, right? Because I don't see a reason why you can't answer this. I don't see any reason why you can't answer this because it is such a standard question. Such a standard question. Okay. All right, now I can't wait beyond, right? Because I almost gave about 2.5 minutes. Let's take a look at this. Hey, these alpha square, beta square are our friends, right? Alpha, they are friends. You can't find the roots. Even in CAT, they will not give an equation where you can find the root and then square it, all that stuff. Please forget that story, right? If anybody you are thinking that, hey, I will get a nice quadratic equation for which I will find the root. And then if you say alpha square, I will do square of that root and I will find the equation. Please forget that, right? You will not get anything like that. All right, you will not get anything like that. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, of course, right? Because alpha square, beta square are our friends. See, the moment I said that, Rishav got the point. Of course, yes. Now look at this. Hey, what is sum of the roots? What is alpha plus beta? What is sum of the roots? -1. Look at this equation. We know sum of the roots minus b by a. All right, therefore you say that hey, that is -1. Okay, for the same equation, what is product of the roots? Alpha, beta. Product of the roots is 1, c by a. We know that. Okay, yeah, of course the roots are imaginary. That's what they do, right? At least we'll not be able to factor that much is for sure in CAT, right? So now the moment one look at this, I know that what is sum of the roots and what is product of the roots. And we know that alpha square and beta square are always our friends. Square is always our friend, right? Okay, coming to this, alpha square plus 3. This is one root, beta square plus 3, that is another root, right, of the next equation. Beta square plus 3 is another root. Fair enough. I want the values of this. How do I get sum of the roots? If I do sum of the roots, what I get? Alpha sum. I'm writing the sum of this root, this part, right? Sum. I am finding the sum of the roots of this becomes what? Alpha square plus beta square plus 6. All right, it becomes what? Alpha square plus beta square plus 6. Fair enough. How do I find the value of alpha square plus beta square? Come back to the stimulus. Alpha square plus beta square is nothing but alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Minus 2 alpha beta. Fair enough. Okay, do I know the value of alpha beta? Yes, -1. So put it -1 whole square minus of 2 times of. Do I know the value of alpha beta? Yes, that is 1. So therefore you say that alpha square plus beta square, alpha square plus beta square is nothing but -1. Very good. So let us put that -1 here. So now coming to the sum of the roots, you say that okay, therefore this is -1. This is -1 into 6, -1 plus 6, which becomes -1 plus 6, which becomes 5. Are you all with me so far, guys? Clear about this? Clear about this? Are you all with me on this? Yeah. Are you all with me on this? Making sense? Clear so far? Actually, problem is over. Why I'm asking this is my problem is over. Yeah. Yes or no? Problem is over. Yeah. Similarly, you will find the product of the roots. Similarly, you will find the product of the roots, just like the way you found sum of the roots. Now you are going to find the product of the roots, right? You are going to find the product of the roots. Okay, find the product of the roots. Product of the roots is nothing but I need to multiply these two fellows. When I multiply these two fellows, it will become alpha square beta square plus 3 times of alpha square plus beta square plus 9. Okay, this is the product of the roots. Simply substitute the values for this. Do I know alpha square beta square? Yeah, this is nothing but 1 square. Why 1 square? Because alpha beta is 1 plus 3 times of what is alpha square beta square? -1. I know the value of this is -1 plus 9. And then you are saying that this is nothing but 7. Okay, 5 is the sum of the roots, 7 is the product of the roots. Therefore, you are saying that none of these is the answer, which is technically it should become 5 square minus 5x plus 7 is equal to 0. This should be the actual answer. Fine, actual answer was there in the CAT. I removed it and made it none of these. No offenses there. That's all right. So because if I know how to find it, what big deal about this? Yeah. Correct. Yeah, I change it, Rishav, so that builds confidence. That's what I do as a teacher, right? So that we build our confidence. I got to change it, no? I change numbers, I do that so that our learning objective is met. Because CAT question is never going to come as it is. Think about it. Will the same question repeat as if they don't have any other question? Generally not. Yeah, has it repeated in the past? Yes. But how many such questions? Very rare, right? Very, very rare. Initially, they repeated in the year 2008. A lot of people read wrongly. Between 2008, 2009 and 2012 or 13, they repeated a lot of questions, because when CAT went from offline to online, they had a problem with the number of sets. Because if you look at 2009, 2010, there used to be some 10 slots in CAT. CAT was done in 10 to 20 slots. So now 10 to 20 slots, creating questions was very difficult for them. Therefore, they used the CAT questions from 1992 to 2008. They used some of the questions as it is during the year 2009 to 2013, because there used to be 10 to 20 CAT slots. There used to be those many CAT slots. When it went online, it was a different game. Today you are seeing a beautiful structure for CAT. That is not how it was. All right, because in the 2009 and all, there used to be some CAT used to held over a month period. It used to be for 3 weeks, 2 weeks, kind of. Lot of news. 3 weeks people have to hold your nerves. Not like one day 3 slots. It used to happen over a 3 weeks period. Lot of glitches, all that stuff. And then normalization. God knows what was happening there, but that is how it was. And today we are well streamlined. So looking at that, so now here, don't read beyond that. I have not seen too many, any question repeating after 2013. So because questions repeated between 2009 and 13, everybody keeps saying that questions repeat, questions repeat, question repeat. There was a reason, man, because if they have to create 20 question papers in 2009, from where they will create 20 question papers all of a sudden? Therefore, they use these particular papers. Are you getting the reason? When people say CAT questions repeat, they're referring to 2009 to 13. Now it is not. Now they are not. After that, they are not repeating, because all they wanted was 2 slots or 3 slots after that. Getting my point? Don't read too much into the misinformation. People say that CAT questions repeat, CAT questions repeat. What they're referring to? They're referring to history, because there was a reason for that history. There was a reason. When 20 papers have to be created every year, there was a problem. Therefore, they repeated some questions, not all questions, some questions. Am I making sense? When people say questions repeat in CAT, what do they mean? They're referring to 2009 to 13. After that, not. Hello guys, are you there? I just gave an understanding that what people mean by repeating the question. Okay? Now don't expect that questions repeat after that. All right. Okay. How is the mood? Are we in a mood to continue the study? I am okay. How is the mood in the camp, the other side? Are we in a mood to continue our study? Yeah. Yes. Am I helping someone there? I hope I'm not confusing you guys 2 days before the CAT. Okay, if I'm helping someone, if we're in a mood to continue our prep, we will continue. If you think that no sir, this is becoming too heavy, not making sense, in the sense like, yeah, we're in a mood to continue, very good, superb. Then we will do some more. One important logic I will discuss, because I did discuss as a part of my study so far. So, but then I'm sure you guys would have come across this in mocks. Very, very important logic. It can be asked in geometry. It can be asked in, it came in the form of a time, speed, distance as well. Very, very important concept. Very, very important concept. I guess all of you would have come across this in the mocks. Not exactly this question, similar question. Sometimes they make only geometry question out of this. Sometimes they add story to this. There is a story being added to this. If you know the logic, you will finish within 2 minutes. Go ahead. I will put a timer for 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay, quickly to understand, just to put it to perspective, how much I should give this understanding. How many of you are clear about this spiral logic, spiral, going about this spiral? You're all clear about this spiral? Spiral staircase used to be there. Likewise, the ant trying to go in a spiral fashion. Are you all aware? Correct? Correct. Development looks like a rectangle. That's right. Development looks like a rectangle. Shortest distance. Development looks like a rectangle. Right? Yeah. So if you are not clear, let me quickly tell you how you can understand this. If you have an A size paper with you, take an A4 size paper with you, A4 size, any size is fine. Sir, I have A5, take that also, doesn't matter. If you have that, so then just draw the midpoint line here, midpoints. You just drop the midpoints here, then all you got to do is draw a line from here to the midpoint, then the parallel here, midpoint, both are midpoints. Draw a line from here till here. Let us call this point as A, let us call this point as B, let us call this as C, let us call this as D. Then what you do is make a cylinder out of this. In the sense, bring the C to D, lines are visible, line should be outside. Bring this A to B, A and B be together, C and D be together, it forms a cylinder. Don't fold, cylinder, make a cylinder out of this. Now you will find that this has become a spiral, right? Now, so the moment you make a cylinder, the moment you make a cylinder out of this, you understand that this path has gone like this. Now this path has gone all the way here, and then all the way it went on to the other side. You will find that this path has gone in the spiral fashion. It has gone one particular round. When it goes till here, it is technically one round. I'm not able to show this. It goes back and it comes one round till here. Right now it has gone kind of like this. Already it has gone a one particular round there. Right? It is basically two rounds have gone. One line implies one round. One line implies one round. The second line implies second round. Hey, sir, I want three spirals. Very simple. If you want three spirals, divide this region into three equal halves. Divide this into three equal halves. Draw a line from here till here. All right, now here till here, one spiral. Draw the second line like this. Draw the third line like this. Hey, nothing but what I'm talking. I'm talking that this is all right. These are the rectangles. All right, if I draw this point as P, Q, R, and S, I'm saying that consider this piece of the rectangle, that is A, B, P, Q is a rectangle. This is the diagonal of that particular rectangle. All right, this is this is the diagonal of this particular rectangle. This is the same equal rectangle. Now this is the diagonal of this rectangle. This is a third rectangle. This is the diagonal of the rectangle. That is what it means. All you got to do is what? Bring this A back to B, bring this C back to D. So make it a cylinder. You understand that, hey, that has become three spirals. Okay, logic clear? Logic clear? You can do it back home. You take that A4 size paper or any paper, you just cut it, make it like this. You will understand that this is the spiral logic, which is very, very popular in geometry. Very, very popular. Right? In the mocks, it will come for sure. There is no mock which does not give such questions. All right, mock or practice exercise, whatever it is. This is the spiral logic. Right, fair enough. Now let me come to this. So now there is a tree, right? Now author is saying that, man, there is a tree trunk. All right. So then the cat went, then this particular ant went around this particular tree trunk. I don't know. This is 15 meters. This is 15 meters. Now I make a development out of this, which means I'll make an A4 size paper out of this. What I do, I'm making a development. Development means I am cutting this tree trunk and opening it to make it as a A4 size paper like this. What did I do here? Right, I've cut from here. All right, from one particular corner, I opened this particular tree trunk. It becomes just like here. Yeah, how did I make a paper to cylinder? So I can make the cylinder back to paper. Right, now you had a cylinder, you had a paper here. Earlier there was a paper. Paper went on to become a cylinder. Now I am saying that, why don't you make cylinder a paper back again? So you can make it paper back again. So now author is saying that, hey, this is 15 meters. All right. Hey, what is this base length therefore? Base length is what? 4 centimeter per second. It went around it. For how long it went about it? For 100 seconds. Therefore, the base length is nothing but 400 centimeters. 400 centimeters. All right, 400 centimeters is nothing but 4 meter. The base is 4 meter. How do I get the base? Because it went first one round at the rate of 4 centimeters per second, and all right, it went for 100 seconds. 100 seconds at the rate of 4 centimeters per second. What is the distance traveled? 400 centimeters. 400 centimeters is nothing but 4 meters. All right, that is the base. Now author is trying to say what? Hey, 15, but it said that it will go 5 rounds. 15 by 5 is how much? 3 meters. Every 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15. Every 3 meters author is saying that draw this line. Every 3 meters draw this line, therefore 4 and 3. Now take a look at only this A, B, P and Q. If you take a look at A, B, P and Q, you understand that hey, this measurement is 5 meters. How many 5 meters? Second 5 meter, third 4 meter, fourth 5 meter and fifth 5 meter. Therefore 5 into 5, the ant has to travel 25 meters. Ant has to travel a total distance of 25 meters. That is what it has to travel. What is the question? Find the time taken to reach the top. All right, from the moment it starts walking up in the spiral fashion. Find 25 meters it has to travel. What is the rate at which it is traveling? 4 centimeters per second. That is what it is trying to travel. Right? Yeah. So answer, let's say that we want the answer in terms of second. 25 meters at the rate of 4 centimeters per second. That is nothing but 4 divided by 100 meters per second. Right? 4 divided by 100. Nothing but 625 seconds. That is the time required by the ant to travel this particular distance. See, anyone who knew the logic, such beautiful numbers were involved. Hey man, there is 3, there is 4, I just will get 5 and this is all the calculation I do. In your mind, this is all you would have done. Whether you draw so much or not doesn't matter. But this is all the kind of small calculation that you would have done. Rest is incidental. All this was a story to illustrate that what I meant by the spiral logic, which is one of the very important concept and simple concept. Rectangle, as some of you said. Okay, comfortable? This question is pretty comfortable, everyone? All good? Comfortable? Hardly takes any time. Therefore, I gave 2 minutes because story reading time is there. After reading the story, solving hardly takes any time. Think about it. Yeah, agree? Okay. Right, it's only story reading time. And stories are of course there. Right, stories are of course there. Yep, all right. Let's move further. Let's move further. Another important type. Length of AP. What is that you are talking? I didn't understand. Yeah, length of AP is 5 because it's a right angle triangle. Look at the right angle triangle ABP. Rasul, look at the right angle triangle ABP. 2 legs are 3 and 4. Therefore, what is the length of the hypotenuse? Why are getting such doubts, Rasul? 5. 5 into 5, 25 meters. Because 5 lengths it has to travel. Each length is 5 meter. Yeah. Okay, I should be clear. Okay, take a look at this question, guys. Go ahead, resolve it. Very, very important concept. Most neglected as well. A lot of people neglect these things. They do whole of coordinate geometry and they forget this. Yeah, I'm giving sufficient time, right? Because it requires some time. This does require some time. Get me the answer. Guys, very, very important cat type. Please solve. Solve in the sense recall. What is the simple concept involved? After that, solving does take a little bit of time based on your efficiencies. Yeah. wanted a little more time to solve. Is the solving taking time? The idea is taking time. Nevertheless, okay, let us do it together. All right, let's do this together. Hey, what is the equation of a line? AX, because it represents pair of parallel lines. What is important? Parallel, of course, lines, right? Parallel lines. What is the equation of a line? AX plus BY plus C is equal to 0. All right, no problem. What is the equation of a line parallel to this? It will be of the form AX plus by. I'm writing an equation of a line which will be parallel to this. The x and y coordinates would be, after simplification, they would be same. Ax plus by plus something like q is equal to 0. Let me call this as p. Now this is these are the two parallel lines. Ax plus by plus p is equal to 0. So everybody knows. Who does not know? Parallel lines, parallel line definitions. We know how to write the equation of a line, and we know how to write the equation of a parallel line as well. Therefore, the moment you read this question, this comes there. Okay. So what is that represents? All right, this particular equation represents the pair. Pair means what? The product. All right, pair is nothing but the product. It implies that, hey, I need to take the product of these two sides. Take the product of LHS and take the product of RHS. That becomes the pair of parallel lines. One of the very, very important and trivial concepts. Very important concept. Equation of the line I know. Equation of the parallel line I know. Therefore, all right, now what is the equation of the pair of parallel lines? Any lines, pair of lines. It need not be parallel. Parallel is a word used in this question. What is the equation of two lines? What is the pair of lines? Product. Whatever the two lines you have, multiply them, you will get that particular pair. All right, let me multiply. Therefore, what do I get? I get a square times of x. A square, multiply this a square times of x square plus, I'm multiplying, my friends, I'm multiplying both of them. There is an x square, I'm looking here, x square, then xy means what? I need to multiply this with this, and I need to multiply this with this. That's when you get the xy there. Therefore, ab times of ab. All right, therefore it becomes 2 times of AB times of XY. This is what you get, because you say that AB times of XY, another AB times of XY, it technically become 2AB times of XY. Good. Okay, next one, I want to write for y square here. I will look at the y square. How do I get my y square? I need to multiply these two fellows, which becomes B square times of y square. All right. Then I'm coming here, says that, okay, write for x here. I'm writing in the order so that writing becomes very easy for me. Okay, plus, he says that, why don't you write for x? If I want to write for x, I need to multiply this with this, and I need to multiply this with this. That's how I get the coefficient of x, which becomes what? A times of p plus q times of x. All right, plus further. So now I am looking at this y, coefficient of y. How do I write the coefficient of y? This need to multiply and this need to be multiplied. Sorry. So there was something else there before that. Before that y, what was there? B was there, right? So let us put back that b. Okay, I think it got erased. Let me put that back here. Yeah, cool. This is what I need to multiply. This with this and this with this. So that becomes what? B times of p plus q times of y. All right, that's good. So further moving on from here. So then he says that, hey, why don't you write the constant term? Lastly, the constant term. What is constant term? I got to multiply these two and write PQ is equal to 0. 1-to-1 correspondence. Listen to me carefully. What is a square? A square is nothing but 1. All right, because x square is already there. What is the coefficient of x? 1. Therefore, you are trying to say that a square is equal to 1. Cool. All right. Yeah, what is the value of b square? All right, now let's come here. What is the value of b square? Right, b square is nothing but 25. Okay, b square is equal to 25. Is this 2ab matching? Of course it is matching, right? Of course it is matching. It doesn't matter. But one important thing, listen to me, friends. All right, all of you listen to me here. If I'm putting them together, putting this particular piece together, this is nothing but a plus, all right, now this particular equation is nothing but ax plus by whole square. Only this underlined bracket. Be mindful, and that is kind of evident, pretty evident. Ax plus by whole square. That is all you are trying to write. So which implies, all right, in this particular case, since the coefficient of 2ab is positive, since the sine of 2ab is positive, either a and b both are positive. Listen to me, 1-to-1 correspondence. If you take plus 1, you better take plus 5. Only then the coefficient of 2ab becomes positive. Let's be very clear. Or if you write minus 1, you better write minus 5. This is very, very important on A and B. When you read this particular question, so the cat, this is the small catch in that cat question. Cat people never meant that. You will not know this. You will not know this. You will not know how to write this. They know that, okay, you know all of this. The catch in this particular question is they meant that, hey, A and B have a correspondence because I gave the sign to be positive. I gave this sign to be positive. When A is plus 1, B has to be plus 5, because this is plus or minus 1. This is going to be plus or minus 5. A square and B square. A and B values are going to be this. So therefore, if A is minus 1, B has to be minus 5. My problem is over. Are you all with me? This is clear? Are you all with me on this? This clear? Confirm, guys, quickly confirm. Are you all with me? Done. This is the crux of the problem. This is the crux of the problem. Did we arrive at this? When A is plus 1, B is plus 5. When A is minus 1, B is minus 5. Did we arrive at this? That point is clear to you? Is that point clear to you? Yeah, good. Now come back to this. Now let me come here and make a quiz. Okay, therefore there is a all right, there is a P plus Q. What is the relationship between A and P plus Q? All right, the value of A plus P plus Q is how much? 1. This is 1. The coefficient of X is what? 1. The value of this is 1. A times of P plus Q is 1. A value is 1. If the value of A is 1, P plus Q should be 1. Yeah, if the value of A is 1, P plus Q should be 1. What if the value of A is minus 1? Because you know that the value of A can be minus 1 also, correct? If the value of A is minus 1, then the value of P plus Q is minus 1. At the same time, now let me write for B also. You may wonder why. Because next time I am going to use B with P plus Q. Listen to that. So therefore, if the value of A is 1, the value of B also is going to be 1. That value of B is going to be plus 5. We already analyzed. If the value of A is minus 1, the value of B is going to be minus 5. Now come back to this. What is the value of B times of P plus Q? B times of P plus Q is 5m. All right, B times of P plus Q is 5m. Okay, this is 5m. So therefore, no matter what, all right, now 5m, all right, this is nothing but 5m, and hence either the first case, in the first case, the value of m is equal to, because if this is 5, all right, this is P plus Q becomes m. What is the P? M is nothing but P plus Q. What is the value of P plus Q? This becomes 1. Therefore, m is equal to 1. In the second case also, what will be the value of m? The value of all right, here, all right, now it is going to be minus 1. So therefore, value of P plus Q is going to be 1. Whether it is the first case or the second case, the value of m is going to be 1. Are you with me? Clear about this? Clear about this? Please put this, my friends. If you have a confusion, 5m, substitute it 5m and check. No matter whether you talk about the first case or whether you talk about the second case, the value of m is going to be 1. Clear there? Everybody is clear? Yes or no? Yeah, clear there? Everybody clear? Yeah, therefore the answer is 1. Comfortable? Made some sense? Hey, this is simple to check. Don't panic to check this. That is very simple to check. That is here. I'm saying that, hey, just check it here. Plug the value of B is equal to 5 and check what this is becoming, what m is becoming. Right? Plug the value of this is equal to minus 5, second case, and check what m is becoming. No matter what you are doing, all that is becoming the same. Yeah. Can't we directly compare the coefficient? How can we can't? What do you mean directly comparing coefficient, Rishabh? Directly comparing coefficient means what? Which coefficient you will compare? See, once you understand this linkage is clear, you will be able to get that, right? Till the time you get this linkage, how can you compare directly? I didn't get this. You can put that in the chat. What do you mean by directly comparing? Let me also try and understand. That is what I did, no? That is what I am trying to do. That is what I am trying to do. But I have two variables here. B is a variable, PQ is a variable. Therefore, I need to know the value of B. But the value of B also depends on value of A. Otherwise, one of the answers is waiting for you to say that cannot be determined. This is also waiting for you. Right? Because it can become minus 5 also. If you think that it is going to be 5, then the value of M can be minus 1 also. Yeah, that is the point. I understood. I got your point. That is what I'm doing. Directly only I'm doing here. But the point is I wanted to understand that, hey, this plus 2 minus 2 makes a difference. This plus 2 minus 2 makes a difference. Had it been minus, then A and B are the contra sign. Then the signs of A and B will be opposites. Yeah. A and B would be opposite. No, P and Q can be either 1 or minus 1, Rishabh. P and Q can be either 1 or it can be minus 1. You will get two values. Had you accidentally overlooked it, it's a different issue. But you will have two values for P and Q. 1 is also fine, minus 1 is also fine, right? So, but they are dependent. They are dependent is what I am trying to say. Okay, all that is not a problem. So point here is what? All right, no, point here is what? Point here is this plus or minus depends. If had it been a minus sign here, then we know that A and B have the opposite signs. If A is positive, B should be negative. That's the point. As long as you get this particular point, rest is fine. Understood? Right? Here the plus or minus matters. There were years in which this was plus. There were years in which that will be minus. All the drama they will do. You be careful. That's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, other than this, everybody's clear on this? Yeah, everybody's clear? Okay, Rasul, what you are trying to say, this particular value, please equate it to this. What I'm, second case you are asking, right? B times of P plus Q is equal to 5M. All right. When B is equal to minus 5. Right, when B is equal to minus 5, let's assume that the value of B is equal to minus 5. If the value of B is equal to minus 5, the value of PQ is also minus 1. I know that already, right? Whenever the value of B is equal to minus 5, PQ will become minus 1, which also becomes 5M. Solve it. Therefore, 5 is equal to 5M. Therefore, what is the value of M? The value of M is equal to 1. Why you want me to solve this, Rasul? It is evident by visualization, right? What is there to solve in this? Okay, anyway, it is the hour of the day. Probably you want me to solve 9:30. You also may be tired because you might have taken some mock or something in the morning, I'm assuming. So tired. Otherwise, I don't see this. Second case is what? Second case means B is minus 5. You all know both the triggers. When the value of B is minus 5, you know the value of PQ is minus 1. Write it and solve it. You get the value of M is equal to 1. Right? Yeah. Hey, don't panic. If you panic, all it you will do, all it now how to find linear equation also will forget. Don't panic. Panicking is not the right way. Don't panic. Otherwise, linear equation also will start having a problem. Okay, cool. All right. So how many of you are still holding strong? How many of you are still holding strong? You want to do one last question? Maybe the last question before CAT, technically, content wise. Yeah. Okay. This I was given. How many of you have done this? Those who have attended the special class lecture, I would have given this particular question. So how many of you have done this as the homework? Rishabh, Preet, Risti, I think Sagar, you were also there. Have you guys done this in the special class? I gave it as a homework. Yeah. Vishal. Okay, let's do it now. Don't worry. Let's do it now. Go ahead. Very important concept. Very important concept. Handful of questions built on this kind of concept. Let's understand the concept. I'm not going to revise the entire number system, base system, etc. I gave 1 hour lecture on base system. If you are not wrong, on the special class, I did 1 hour applications on base system. I'm just, this one question I gave it as a homework there, but it's an important question. I wanted you guys to do this, figure this out. Nevertheless, let's quickly wrap it up with this question. Go ahead. Let's take a look at this question. If anybody not clear with the base system, there is a 1 hour video in the special class on the numbers base system. You can take a look at that. No, not now, Ritish. Ritish, don't spend now. If you're writing ZAT or IFT or something, then you spend. Now don't bother about it. Now don't spend. Ritish, you're asking, should I spend that time? No, not now. You go with your revisions. In case you are not clear with the base systems, do it for your IIFT or ZAT, something like that. Not now. This is not the time. Okay, yeah, let's do this. See, basically, all at this hexadecimal, this is very popular question, right? This hexadecimal to base 8 is a very popular. What do? We go through binary, right? Via binary. Intentionally, we do it via binary. This hexadecimal and base 8 is a very popular concept being used. We convert it by using the binary. What do you mean? Hey, I can write, for example, let's take a look at this number. What is the number? 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5. I look at this 5. If I want to convert into binary hexadecimal number, 5 is in hexadecimal, that is base 16, right? This particular number is in base 16. I said that, man, I decided to write this in the binary format. I wanted to write in the binary format. How do I write in the binary? This digit will become 4 places. Hexadecimal means 2 raised to power 4. Therefore, I should write this 5 in terms of 4 blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the value should become 5. Of course, the values are 2 power 0, here 2 power 1, binary, right? 2 power 2 and 2 power 3. So how do I write a 5 here? A 4 and a 1. 4 and a 1 is this. Therefore, I will write it as a 0. In the sense, if I ask you to write hexadecimal digit 5 in terms of binary, the value will become 101. But the point is, hexadecimal to binary, it is a 2 power 4. I have to write 4 bits. I have to write 4 pieces. The 4 pieces will look like 0, 1, 0, 4. Right? That is what it becomes 5. That is the value of 5. You may wonder, sir, what is the significance of 0? Why don't you write? Hey, hang on, man. There is another digit. So therefore, this 0 matters because there will be a 1 somewhere here. Therefore, this 0 matters. I cannot remove that 0 from that perspective. All right. Hey, let me come to this 6. How do I represent this 6 in binary? 4 bits. I will write them as 4 pieces. What does it mean by this 6? Of course, this is a 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. How do I represent a 6 here? 6 is nothing but 4 and a 2, which means there is a 1 here, there is a 1 here, this is a 0 here, this is a 0 here. Guys, are you getting the understanding of hexadecimal to binary? Making some sense? Popular question from your high school, asked in CAT. Very, very popular concept being asked in CAT from your high school. How to convert hexadecimal to binary, and then going back to 8 is nothing but from binary I will convert to base 8. Are you with me? Yes or no? Quick. Yes, Rishav, that's right. That's right. 2 power 4. That's a relationship between the two. Of course, that's what I'm talking. Of course, that's what I'm talking. Yeah. A 9th standard, 10th standard, man. I'm talking 9th standard, 10th standard on the base system. Okay, yeah, you forgot. You guys have forgotten. That's a different issue. But it's a pretty popular concept. Think about it. Which teacher has not done this? Right, in the high schools. Yeah, let's come to the next one. Let's go to the next one. 7. Let's go to 7. 7, writing it like this. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. 7 is 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7, and this is 0. I represented. By now, you will have a feeling that, man, I already have sufficient digits. Why write this 6? Not required, not required, not required. In fact, you understand that I have sufficient digit. You may wonder, how on earth you know that you have sufficient digit? Because now I'm converting this particular number to base 8. Now I'm converting this particular number to base 8. What do? I do the packaging of 3. This 3, I will make it as a digit. I do the packaging of these 3 digits. Alright, why 3? Because from here till here it is 2 power 3. 3 bits I should use. Right, very popular concept. 3 bits I should use. Then I will say that, hey, these 3 bits together I will use. This 3 bits together I will use. Hey, what is the value of this? 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. Therefore, you say that this is 5. Very good. Hey, what is the value of this? So this value is nothing but 4. This particular value is nothing but 4. Hey, what is the value of this? This particular value is nothing but 5. Therefore, when you start writing this, sir, I want to write the next digit also. Write it. If you want to write all it, you can write the next digit as well. All it, which has become 3. So you can keep writing this. You can convert it to base 8, this particular number. But so many digits are not required because author is saying that, hey, please tell me the third remainder. This is the first remainder. So when you start dividing the number by 8, all right, now think about this. Hey, you any number. For example, I said that take 236. 236 you divide by 8, successive division. What is the first remainder here? All right, you say that 8 2 times 16, and then you have 76, 8 9 times 72, 4. This is the first remainder. Successive division, base 8, when you are writing successive division. Second remainder means what? Divide this by 8 once again. Therefore, you will say that 8 3 times 24, right? So therefore, you will say that from here the remainder is nothing but 6. This is the third remainder. You will say that 8 zeros are 0. This is the third remainder. First remainder, second remainder, and the third remainder. Successive division, third remainder means what? This is the successive division, nothing but the base system. This is the third remainder here we are talking about. So that is what precisely I am doing. This is the first remainder. When you write this number in the base 8, what do you write? 364 is the number that you write in the base remainder. This becomes the first remainder, second remainder, and third remainder. Therefore, this is my third remainder. Understood? Is there a clarity? Is there a clarity? Is there a clarity in what we are doing? Made sense? Always, all right, no. So whenever 16s and 8s are coming, ensure that you have to go step back to binary. Step back to binary and crack that question faster. Step back to binary and crack it. And don't confuse the remainders, because this is a successive division. Converting the base is a concept of successive division, nothing other than successive division. Converting one base to other base is nothing but a concept of successive division. Hello, are you all with me? Did it make sense? I hope I didn't confuse you. You got some idea? Okay. Yeah, somewhere I'm expecting one base system question, right? I'm telling you 2 days before the CAT. I'm prophesying 2 days before the CAT. It appears that in one of the slots, you will get a base system. So with that understanding, I did one base system question today also, right? Okay. That kind of brings us to the closure of the lecture. What we'll do tomorrow? Any question and answer types? Do you guys want to just chat, in the sense come here and throw some questions? Let's just meet for half an hour or 40 minutes and have some chat there. Is it a good idea? That's better. And you have some questions, you can throw something coming into your mind, not academic questions. Not that, okay, sir, this is the question, doubt solving, not like that. Just as a group, we will come together, right? Maybe spend some 20-30 minutes. And if you have any particular things that is bugging your mind, I will get an opportunity to address it directly, speak there. You think it's a good idea? Yeah. Yes, Rasul, definitely. Yeah, I guys pray for you. Don't think about it, right? No, it is not that I will teach and leave you guys. Of course not. I'm concerned, right? Whether you pray for me or not, I don't know. I literally pray for you guys, right? And after every class, I bless you if you understand, more or less. You look at my videos, after every class, I send you by blessing only, right? And also, I remember in my prayers, I'll pray for you guys, right? Because I always have that understanding that my students should be successful, or anybody who is associated with me should be successful. People enter your life either to add value or multiply the value, or they subtract or they divide, right? Some people divide also, you know them, right? Now, these are the 4 things that people do. Any person in your life will be doing one of them. Rarely people will not be doing anything. Otherwise, one of these 4 actions will be happening. Technically, I want to be here. If I miss it, I want to be here. For that, I need to pray for you guys as well. That's important there, right? I never want to be here. So I never want to be here. Yep, that's the whole idea there. Fair enough, my friends. Okay, my best wishes always with you. I will see you guys tomorrow, maybe about 4-ish, about 4 p.m. We will kind of catch up at 4 p.m. or you are writing the mocks in the 4 p.m. Then again, we will catch up at 8 p.m. Which is the better time slot, 4 or 8? Oh, is it Preet? We will catch up later. Don't worry. All right, if it happens to be in Bangalore, certainly we'll catch up. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, world is a small place. 4 or 8, can you guys just put up which is the preferred, because I don't know when you guys are writing your mocks, etc. So which is the preferred time? Is 8 too late? If 8 is too late, 4 is better, then we'll go at 4. Okay, as of now it is 50-50 here. Okay. Okay, now it looks 8 is better. All right, fine. If it is not late, which means if it is not a sleeping kind of time, we will catch up at 8. If for those who it is inconvenient, you have different plans that you have already set up for tomorrow, don't worry. All right, now those who have set up different plans, don't worry. My best wishes always go with you. I will see you guys maybe on the CAT day just to inquire that how did your CAT go. I'll create a slot and we will try to have a small discussion. A lot of things will be buzzing on that particular day, no doubt. So we will also create a little bit of buzz. We will also come and let's check how you guys have done it in different slots. Maybe at the end of the day, we will try and connect, right? So that's the day I'm going to see. Maybe tomorrow for some time and day after tomorrow for some time. All right, so that's where I kind of conclude my discussion. So I will meet you guys once again. That's tomorrow at about 8-ish, right? So bye till then. So, and yes, that's pretty much about this. Anybody here looking for certain discussions and things? If you're there, I don't think at this point in time anything is required. Just in case, if you have time, you have a particular question tomorrow you want to ask, please go to the SE and figure out that can you ask some questions there in the early hours. If you can't meet me at 8, you can go there on the special class, and these are strategy, some sessions happening. Go with the particular questions and inquire with them. And if you have some doubts not getting addressed, please use ask a doubt and check that if they can answer by tonight or tomorrow, that can be there. Yeah. And yes, all of you, those who like that particular session, or let's see, if you liked it, you genuinely liked it, mark the like button, then you can leave, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks being here. So good night. May the blessings of God add blessings to your hard work. God bless you. God bless you. God bless all your hard work. Good night.